Hey everybody, we're back. And now for season 2. So when we left it, we were leaving the dock and preparing to actually be sailing. It's leaving day. No more on the hard, no more marinas. Lots more to repair, lots more to do, but no more of sitting around doing it.
All right, we're ready to get on with this adventure.
Let's get it done.
I am super stoked. I can't wait to get out in the water again.
Mesha, if you'll catch that bow line.
Yep. First of all, we'd like to give a shout out to our new patrons, John and Stephanie. Thank you guys so much for your support, and cheers to you.
Cheers to you. So if you want to join the League of Mariners and have a more inside track and direct role in supporting us and where we go and what we do, please go to patreon.com/forloveofwind. Those are the guys that keep the dream alive. Okay, so season 2 starts with leaving, and that's the first key. Throwing off the lines and going, because you can't get anywhere tied to a dock. All right, we are adrift. Where's that boat pole? I need you to push off that post bed. Okay.
Well, this is it, guys. We've cast our lines yet again, and we are headed out. Not very far. We're just looking for an anchorage here in the St. Augustine area where we can get the rest of our stuff sorted before we head north. But this is a momentous occasion for us. This is a huge milestone, and we're super excited.
Back in the cockpit again? I don't know. It's not back in the saddle. Who knows?
So we left the slip at around 10:30 a.m., which was about slack tide, to give us as easy a time as possible. And we motored around to get some fuel. So we're headed into St. Augustine Municipal Marina right now. We're going to try to fuel up before we anchor out, and then find a suitable anchorage. It's looking pretty busy out here right now, so we might have to go, what is that, north of the bridge? We might have to go north of the bridge to find a good anchorage. We're supposed to get thunderstorms this afternoon. So we're trying to get all this stuff sorted and get anchored out before the rain hits. But here we go. There's lovely St. Augustine. And we're back, and this is where it all began, and I feel so good.
St. Augustine Marina, this is SV Flow on 7-1. Roger, the sailing vessel Flow. I'd like to come into your fuel dock for a little diesel.
Right that, Cap. A port side tie, about center of the fuel dock.
Port side tie, center of the fuel dock. Say after. Good copy, thank you. Yeah, so while we were at the fuel dock, the Bridge of Lions is a vestibule bridge, opens and closes. I'm in the booth paying for the fuel, which apparently they sell liquid gold. Yeah, whatever. And I see the bridge sounding its horn, getting ready to open. I asked the guys in the booth if they could throw lines for us, and they said, yeah. And I ran down to the boat, called the bridge and said, hey, we are leaving the fuel dock right here at the base of the bridge. Will you hold the bridge for us? And the lady said, if I see you pushing off now, we'll do that.
So we were in a mad scramble to get our lines undone and get out and get under that bridge.
They're on 9. I think the guy doing the bow line was still technically uncleaning it as I started to throttle backwards. But yeah, we got out underneath that bridge.
We made it. We did not have to wait the extra 30 minutes.
Our original plan was to go out and anchor just north of Bridge of Lions on the east side. We knew there was going to be a lot of current there. We knew there was going to be a lot of traffic through that area, but we were going to try it out. We knew it was really good holding, and it's about 10 feet deep, so that's just like the butter zone for anchorages. And very few boats. There's only one other boat on this whole side.
Sky's starting to look a little ominous, but we are coming into our anchorage pretty quickly here. It looks like there are not too many boats out here right now, so we'll see if we can get some good holding out here before it starts to rain.
So we pulled into the anchorage just north of Bridge of Lions, and thought, well, this is a little rolly, this is a little current. We like something flat and relaxed. We're going to be here for a couple of days trying to sell our car. So there's another anchorage just around the corner in a place called Salt Run. The charts say this is super shallow and we shouldn't go there. But I pulled up the sonar data on Navionics, and it had a really nice channel that was more than deep enough all the way down to the back. And in the back, there's like some 20-foot areas. So we should be able to easily find a 10 or 15-foot area for anchoring.
It's absolutely gorgeous out here, and I love a good thunderstorm, but being on a boat makes it a little bit more serious.
I think the inverter may be.
Oh, maybe that sound was the inverter?
Yeah, possibly. But we're going to go past that.
Okay.
I mean, there's an anchorage here, but I don't know. Its depths are iffy.
Okay.
I'd like to go down and see where the deep water is and see how crowded it is.
Okay. If you've been following along with us and enjoying our episodes so far, please consider subscribing to our channel. It really helps us out and it doesn't cost you a thing.
If it's crowded, we'll turn back around, but if I can get to like 10 feet as opposed to like 7.
Yeah, I agree.
Or, like I said, I don't want to end up like him at anchor.
Yeah. Yep. We don't want to end up like that guy there.
We go around the corner and enter the Salt Run channel. It's incredibly narrow, and outside of it, it is like 3 feet. It is like there's a boat sitting on its side at low tide. And that's when the storms came up. Actually, I'm going to use your voiceover for the lightning strike.
Oh, I like it.
Yep, that's going to be it. We're entering the channel at this point, and all our power drops.
So it just started raining on us, and we're in the storm now. Our depth sounder has stopped working for some reason. We're not getting any power. I guess the batteries have just given up again. So we don't have any depth sounder. I'm following the map, and I'm keeping us in the channel because we can't anchor right now because we can't tell how deep the water is below the boat if we get off the channel. So I am just headed up and down the channel here while Cade tries to sort through our power issue and get us going again. This is not a great situation. But we're doing the best we can, and we are keeping it just barely above idle. We've got time, we've got plenty of fuel. We just have to figure out how to get our instruments working again. And we won't have a windlass, so we'll have to drop the anchor by hand unless we can get this sorted. So far we're okay. We still have the phone, which has our maps. That was close. But I don't like motoring around out here in a lightning storm. Exciting times here at Flow. No?
You should just this side of that green floating buoy turn
Oh, really?
to the left.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm going, so the green buoy will be on my right?
Correct.
Okay.
Wait for it. Yeah, see? See, that green buoy is that green buoy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So go ahead and do your turn in.
Ah, and I see the red channel marker. Okay.
Oh boy. That looks like really bad rain right there at that boat coming at us. You see it?
Yes, I do see it.
So be ready to get wet.
Good day, good day, good day. All stations, all stations, all stations. This is the first thing to Jacksonville. Go first thing to Jacksonville. Go first thing to Jacksonville.
Yeah, we should. This is an anchorage, as you can see. So we're gonna pull off of this thing quite a ways.
Okay.
We are not shutting the engine off
Okay.
until. I mean, we may just let it idle all day. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can't drop some anchor.
Found a place to anchor. Does that sound really echoey? That's weird. Kate is dropping the anchor manually because we don't have use of our windlass right now. Looks like we're in about 9 feet of water, give or take. And he's got the anchor down and we are pointed into the wind. I think we're okay for now. Y'all know how Flo likes to play games with us. It hasn't rained in weeks. I don't even remember the last time it's actually rained here. It's been sunny and hot. And of course today when we had to leave, it rained on us pretty good. And so our solar powers are not producing any power. Solar panels are not producing any power. But on the plus side, we did find an anchorage. Right in front of the fort. That's pretty cool.
One of the things that still needs to be done, we have a new alternator. It needs to be installed. So while the engine is running, we're not alting.
There's no alting to be had here.
All our electronics died immediately. We have a little jump starter. I was going to fire up the generator, whose alternator works just fine. And then we would have all the electronics back. But for some reason, the jump starter wouldn't even crank any of those.
I was going to be at the helm and just go up and down the channel until either the storm ended or Cade was able to restore our electronics so that we could then assess our situation and try and find an anchorage.
So we're just out of practice. And that's what it is. Next week, I'll go over all of the little things wrong with this boat that are not blockers for sailing, but are annoyances that we need to remember. One of which is our ignition switch is a little hinky, and it leaves the glow plugs on. So we're pulling 25 amps on our ignition switch, which is why I couldn't get the jump starter to start anything, because it's just sucking every ounce of juice we have out when I kept hooking that up. So once I remembered that, fired up the generator just fine. We got generator running, batteries running, all our electronics burst back to life. Yay!
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. And we head back down the Salt Run Cut And we made it all the way to the end this time.
This is Conch House Marina right behind me, and there's a super cool little restaurant there. The food is pretty good, and they have great outdoor seating where you can sit in a booth in a little tree house. It's really neat, and the view is fantastic. Okay, we're coming up to our next anchorage. It looks like we'll be able to find a spot here. I think there's plenty of room. It looks pretty good. And really calm. So we're headed back to the anchorage that we just came from. We checked out the place over by Lighthouse Park, and it was a little more crowded than we would have liked, and the depth is a little iffy for us. At low tide, I think it'll just be a little too close for comfort.
No room to swing.
With no room to swing. And since we just spent 3 months on the hard repairing fiberglass, we don't want to take any chances. So we're going to head back to the anchorage that we were at before. It's got plenty of room and plenty of depth even at low tide. And we'll be right across from the fort, which is really cool, and right near downtown St. Augustine. I think that'll be fine. It might be a little bit more rolly tonight, but we'll deal with it. Oh yeah.
So we ended up just north of the Bridge of Lions on the east side. It's very nice. The holding is amazing. We do have 100 feet of chain out.
We haven't dragged.
It's like
yet.
12 feet. Yeah. We've weathered some pretty serious gales here. On Saturdays and Sundays, all the little ski boats and fishing boats and jet skis, it's rolly. It is what it is. Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday morning at like 10 a.m., it's glass.
Yeah, it's pretty calm. It is, yeah, it is nice. Weekends do get pretty rolly, but anyway, I keep saying that. Go ahead.
It's nice. So, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Mesha has a blog that comes out every Wednesday-ish.
What are you talking about? Don't you know Thursday's the new Wednesday?
Thursday's the new Wednesday. Okay. But she's a pretty talented writer. It's all the gritty details of buying flow and outfitting flow that you don't see on the videos. It's at the website forloveofwind.com. It's got bios on us and the deckhounds and flow. And then a big write-up about the League of Mariners if you want to join our Patreon club, patreon.com/forloveofwind.
So that's it for us this week, guys. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Bye.
I don't know what to do.